Traditional manifestation teachings operate from a fundamental misunderstanding of how quantum reality actually functions. They instruct you to visualize desired outcomes as future possibilities, to feel emotions as if achievements were approaching, to maintain positive thoughts about eventual success. This forward-moving approach contains a fatal flaw that sabotages manifestation before it begins. Every time you project your desires into tomorrow, you energetically confirm they don't exist today. The quantum field operates as a precise mirror, reflecting your dominant frequency with unwavering accuracy. When you consistently broadcast, "Not yet," the universe has no choice but to respond with circumstances that perpetuate waiting, delay, and frustration. Your energetic signature declares absence, and reality dutifully provides more situations where fulfillment remains perpetually out of reach. Quantum manifestation reverses this entire process by starting from the endpoint rather than struggling toward it. Instead of moving from desire to fulfillment, you begin with fulfillment and allow physical reality to catch up with your energetic state. This isn't visualization or positive thinking. It's a fundamental shift in how you position yourself within the field of infinite possibilities. Consider watching a movie backwards, beginning with the resolution scene. You witness the hero's triumph, the conflicts resolved, the happiness achieved. With knowledge of this ending, every preceding event carries different meaning. You don't question whether success will arrive or doubt the eventual outcome. Certainty replaces anxiety because the completion is already established in your awareness. Quantum manifestation operates through this same principle. When you start from the outcome, your entire energetic frequency undergoes profound transformation. Urgency dissolves because there's nothing to chase. Doubt evaporates because uncertainty becomes impossible. You're experiencing completion as present reality rather than future possibility. Modern quantum physics validates this approach through experiments demonstrating that past, present, and future coexist as simultaneous potentials. Your conscious observation literally collapses infinite possibilities into singular experiences. The moment you embody your desired outcome, you eliminate all competing timelines and anchor your chosen reality into present moment awareness. The quantum field responds to your state of being, not your wishful thinking. Desire implies separation between you and what you want. Outcome implies unity, completion, possession. Desire maintains the energetic gap that prevents manifestation. Outcome closes that gap by eliminating the distance between observer and desired experience. This distinction reveals why some people manifest effortlessly while others struggle despite constant effort. Natural manifestors have discovered they don't need to want anything because they've learned to embody everything. They don't chase external validation because they've stabilized internal authority. They don't push against resistance because they've eliminated the frequency that creates opposition. The secret lies in stopping the broadcast of lack and beginning the transmission of completion. When you assume your desired reality already exists in the quantum field, when you align with the version of yourself who possesses what you seek, manifestation accelerates exponentially. You're no longer trying to create something from nothing. You're selecting from infinite ready-made possibilities. Every potential outcome already exists within the quantum field's vast library of possibilities. Your role isn't to write a new story but to choose which existing narrative you want to experience. This shifts manifestation from creation to selection, from building to choosing, from effort to alignment. Traditional approaches exhaust you because they position you as someone who must earn, deserve, or achieve desired outcomes through sustained striving. Quantum manifestation places you as someone who simply needs to recognize what already belongs to you. The universe doesn't require your convincing or pleading. It needs your coherent alignment with chosen realities. People who manifest consistently understand this fundamental truth. They embody calm confidence because forcing implies doubt, and doubt generates resistance that delays manifestation. They don't make things happen through willpower. They allow things to happen through resonance with outcomes they've already claimed as real. Your manifestation ability depends entirely on internal alignment with end states, not on visualization clarity, affirmation repetition, or emotional intensity. When you genuinely assume completion, when your nervous system relaxes into certainty, when your frequency matches chosen realities, The universe has no option but to mirror this coherence back to you. This represents the most profound paradigm shift possible in manifestation understanding. You can finally stop chasing dreams from anxiety, urgency, or desperation. You no longer need to prove worthiness or push harder to force outcomes. Instead, you choose realities, stabilize alignment, and observe as circumstances rearrange themselves around your transformed frequency. Quantum physics reveals that all potential realities coexist simultaneously in superposition until conscious observation collapses them into singular experiences. At this fundamental level, your most extraordinary life already exists alongside your most ordinary one. Selection rather than creation determines which version you experience. This understanding eliminates the struggle inherent in traditional manifestation because you're not building something that doesn't exist. You're aligning with something that absolutely does exist, waiting for your recognition and embodiment. The quantum field contains every possible permutation of your life experience, from mundane to miraculous. Forward-thinking manifestation approaches encourage construction from raw materials, like building a house brick by brick. You visualize goals, create plans, and push systematically toward completion. While effort has its place, this linear method reinforces the perception that desires exist somewhere in the distant future, energetically perpetuating separation between current reality and preferred outcomes. Quantum manifestation reverses this completely. Instead of pushing reality into existence, you become the gravitational center that effortlessly attracts desired outcomes toward you. Rather than chasing after results, you magnetize timelines that already exist within infinite possibility. This subtle but crucial shift determines whether you experience years of frustrated effort or instantaneous easeful manifestation. Everything reduces to resonance at the quantum level. If your energy consistently broadcasts, "Not yet here," the field reflects delay and incompletion. If you vibrate with certainty, gratitude, and fulfillment as if desires were already materialized, the field has no choice but to match that frequency and collapse corresponding realities into your experience. The observer effect in quantum physics demonstrates that subatomic particles exist as waves of possibility until conscious observation collapses them into specific measurable particles. You perform this exact process continuously in daily life. Your dominant emotional states and focused attention literally collapse infinite potentials into singular tangible experiences. Observing from absence or lack collapses realities that confirm absence. Observing from fulfillment, gratitude, and certainty collapses possibilities that confirm possession. People who master quantum manifestation appear effortlessly magnetic because they don't chase anything. They anchor into the energetic truth that desired realities already belong to them. Your current life circumstances represent an accurate reflection of your dominant internal frequency. The quantum field remains impartial and precise, never judging desires as good or bad but simply mirroring consistent emotional broadcasts. Different external results require shifting inner energetic coherence to reflect chosen realities as already accomplished rather than striving harder through external action. This process resembles tuning a radio dial. The station you want to hear already exists and broadcasts continuously. You don't need to create the transmission. You simply adjust your frequency until your energy matches the signal you desire. When alignment occurs, the music flows effortlessly, reception becomes crystal clear, and your life begins reflecting exactly the channel you've selected. Manifestation isn't about earning desires through struggle or pursuing goals with relentless urgency. It's about recognizing reality's malleable, responsive nature and choosing your state consciously. This understanding fundamentally changes your relationship with creation from force to flow, from pushing to allowing, from trying to being. Quantum manifestation can be applied through 3 fundamental steps that transform how you interface with possibility itself. First, choose your desired reality as if it already exists rather than visualizing it as a future potential. Close your eyes and define desired outcomes from the perspective of someone who has already experienced complete fulfillment. If financial abundance is your goal, don't imagine becoming wealthy someday. Experience the version of yourself who lives in abundance right now. Picture the scenes vividly, feel the satisfaction deeply, notice the confidence and ease that accompany realized prosperity. You're not manifesting from what if, but from it's already mine. Second, completely identify with this reality by shifting from wanting to embodying. Instead of affirming, I want to be wealthy, internally declare, I am already wealthy. Don't merely speak words but feel them resonate throughout your body. Notice how posture changes, how breathing shifts, how tension releases as you accept this reality completely. Your nervous system begins reorganizing around this new identity. Neural pathways restructure to support this frequency. You're no longer broadcasting uncertainty or lack but transmitting signals of fulfillment, confidence, and gratitude that the quantum field responds to most powerfully. Third, release all control and allow the quantum field to orchestrate manifestation details. Surrender attachment to specific paths, methods, or timing. The quantum field works optimally when you leave infinite possibilities open rather than limiting outcomes through narrow expectations. Your job involves maintaining coherence and alignment while the field handles all logistical arrangements. This resembles planting a seed without digging it up daily to check growth progress. You plant with intention, nurture the environment, and trust nature's intelligence to bring fruition. Manifestation works identically through trust and field intelligence rather than micromanaging the process. Releasing control stops energetic blocking of outcomes through limited expectations while opening quantum space for synchronicities, unexpected solutions, surprising opportunities, and effortless miracles. Your dominant frequency, grounded in clear outcome embodiment and complete trust, automatically collapses infinite potential into concrete reality. The most profound shifts occur when you stop trying so desperately and start aligning internally. Think about extraordinary moments in your life when desired outcomes arrived after you stopped forcing them. The perfect relationship that manifested when you'd given up searching. The ideal job that appeared when you'd released attachment. The creative inspiration that struck when you stopped obsessing over results. These weren't coincidences but the quantum field responding to your surrender. The turning point where logic and control gave way to trust and alignment, where you realized that doing more often blocks what you desire while being more magnetizes it. You've already experienced quantum manifestation whenever you truly let go and watched circumstances fall into place effortlessly. The quantum field doesn't respond to striving but to resonance. It doesn't move because you demand but aligns because you embody alignment. Most people operate under the illusion that effort equals results, yet miraculous changes consistently happen through release, relaxation, and internal coherence rather than increased struggle. When your nervous system communicates, I already have it, your external world begins rearranging to match this frequency. This isn't magic but natural coherence between internal states and external circumstances. You're no longer consuming manifestation concepts as theory but integrating quantum reversal at the cellular level. Your body listens to this new understanding. Your frequency shifts automatically. The field responds immediately because you've chosen to see manifestation differently, to stop forcing outcomes and start aligning with them. This choice represents more than intellectual understanding but a fundamental frequency transformation. Every moment of aligned intention creates ripples extending far beyond immediate perception. The quantum field needs your frequency, not your effort. Each act emerging from coherence rather than desperation carries exponential power that reshapes reality according to your energetic signature. Advanced practitioners use a technique called backcasting to accelerate quantum alignment. Instead of projecting forward from current circumstances toward desired outcomes, you cast backward from completed results toward present moments. This timeline reversal collapses the gap between current reality and chosen experience by starting from the end point. Backcasting involves experiencing your ideal future as vividly present, then working backward to identify the thoughts, feelings, and actions that led to this outcome. You don't plan how to achieve results but remember how you achieved them from the perspective of someone who has already succeeded completely. This technique eliminates the energetic gap that traditional goal setting creates because you're not reaching towards something distant but recollecting something that has already occurred. Your nervous system cannot distinguish between vivid memories and current experiences, so backcasting creates the physiological state of someone who has already manifested their desires. The quantum field responds to this coherence by collapsing timelines and accelerating manifestation beyond what linear effort could achieve. You're not building toward outcomes but aligning with realities that exist simultaneously with your current experience in the infinite field of possibilities. Professional manifestors understand that the field doesn't respond to pressure, effort, or urgency but to coherence between thought, emotion, and energetic frequency. The more completely you embody the version of yourself who already possesses desired outcomes, the faster quantum reality responds with corresponding circumstances. True spiritual work involves not doing more but aligning deeper with chosen realities. This requires developing the capacity to maintain embodied certainty regardless of current external conditions. When you can feel wealthy while bank accounts appear empty, feel loved while relationships seem absent, feel successful while projects appear stalled, you've mastered quantum manifestation. The universe doesn't wait for you to do more but for you to be more aligned with what already exists in the field of infinite potential. Your dream future isn't distant but present, waiting for your recognition and embodiment. Every moment offers opportunities to choose alignment over struggle, being over trying, resonance over resistance. Quantum manifestation represents the most elegant approach to conscious creation because it eliminates the exhausting effort required by traditional methods. When you understand that all possibilities already exist and that your role involves selection rather than construction, manifestation becomes as natural as breathing. The field responds to your state of being with mathematical precision, delivering experiences that match your consistent frequency regardless of your conscious intentions. This is why embodying desired outcomes produces results while wanting them creates more wanting. The universe mirrors your energetic truth, not your hopeful thinking. This profound realization can transform your entire approach to life, relationships, career, and personal fulfillment. Instead of struggling against circumstances, you learn to choose your reality from infinite available options. Instead of fighting for outcomes, you allow them to emerge through resonance. Instead of proving your worthiness, you assume it as natural and watch how the world responds to this assumption. The quantum field doesn't require your effort, pleading, or convincing. It needs your coherent alignment with chosen realities and your willingness to embody outcomes before external proof appears. This leap of faith isn't blindness but recognition of how consciousness operates at the deepest levels of reality. When you master this understanding, every day becomes an opportunity to choose your experience consciously rather than reacting to circumstances unconsciously. You realize that you're not at the mercy of external conditions but are the primary creative force shaping your reality through the frequency you consistently embody. This represents the ultimate freedom available to conscious beings, the ability to select your experience from infinite possibilities rather than feeling trapped by current conditions. The quantum field stands ready to respond to your coherent choice, waiting only for your recognition that you already are who you desire to become.